aggressive Ziggs can be with the meter enchant plus with Mega Inferno Bomb. It's like a 2 Mega Inferno Bomb towards the game, and this is it.
Yeah.
But game number 2, Team RRQ versus Team Enigma Galaxy.
Oh, exciting to see where that goes. But like, I guess we're gonna see if Enigma Galaxy has the chops to be able to win the same way that RRQ does in terms of team fights and decisive outplays, because that's gonna be what's on the line for them. Whether or not it's gonna be a complete steamroll or a very, very good fight, I guess we'll have to see with an early fight up again here from Exosun, who gets in way too deep with the Rakan for that early game ganks and for that early game dives and pushes because of the fact that they both have demolition, and that is an easy like 4 tower plates if you time it correctly. They kind of pushed up, so they didn't manage to get it. There's a chance of Chris Arrow to go catch him up, and it's going to be a lot of follow-up, and it's going to be first blood for Enigma Galaxy, once again proving that they have Enigma Galaxy is the king of the early game, and that is a fantastic start up there. They don't care about things like objectives. They don't care about like having stronger early game. Aaron going to be really deep in there, but Vi is already here. Here comes Justy to get him support, and that's a lot more coming in from Chris Arrow that barely misses. Here comes the grand entrance to try and salvage the situation, but they didn't quite need it. It's going to be a flash in from Hyde, and that is a kill to finally solve that duelist issue between Chami and Hyde with a victory up from RRQ side on the Baron lane.
Yeah, RRQ side mid lane have been pushed towards Team RRQ. RRQ have to be a little bit more careful. Morgana coming in to help. Stunned by the binding by Team RRQ, but not enough. There was no one to support her. For Team RRQ, they probably wanted to play mid game. Right now, I'm thinking, I think Fiora alone can actually pit off with Gwen. Let go of the battle lane. They can 1v1 all by themselves. But if Morgana rotates to the mid and also the bottom lane, catches
the
out
quickness
Ashe,
here, but even despite getting all those bodies up with the proc on the quickness is not going to be enough for them to get in. They didn't have the abilities up. They didn't have what it takes to take too much damage. They're going to be probably going to be dragging out for Enigma unless RRQ can get in there, because they do have ward, they do have vision. Vi going to be trying to get in. No, I'm going to flash, going to steal away. Is it going to be the steal? No, going to be there for Enigma. They're going to get the dragon in return for the Rift Herald that was taken from them by RRQ. But RRQ's got the tier 2 turret all the way to push. They were so distracted by dragon. We saw that's the macro side from the Rift Herald and the drop for when the dragon was up. And then pushing up to the tier 2 turret, almost getting it there. And that's going to be Aaron in a very precarious spot. That's going to be Heal's going to get free pickup there with the LT. It was practically guaranteed. There's so many flashes, and now Justy's way too deep in for comfort. And Granite just try to get them there. Going to try and get him with the dark binding, but he's going to be able to get away. A lot of his teammates are to back him up, but that's going to be a free takeaway from Aaron, potentially RQ, but they want to chase things down, but no opportunity movements have been used. And that's going to be the ulti taken off from Fiora as well, but that frees things up for RQ considerably to be able to manage the minion waves, push things on both ends. And as we see, macro on RQ side is impeccable, the way that they're playing things around, and they're keeping all lanes occupied at the same time.
Yeah, this is a chance for Team RRQ to actually took on the bottom lane. On the Dragon lane, it's going to be a free tier 1 turret for Morgana. And more gold for the jungler right now. But on the top lane, Crystal Arrow hits, but sadly 2v1 flash have been wide open. Mega Inferno Bomb at the back. Oh no, it's actually Hero Entrance coming in towards the back. Will it hit? Fiora finally took out a kill. Galio will be actually taken out right now. Mega Inferno Bomb, not enough. So 1v1 kill just now towards Team RRQ. I think it's a close play by Team Enigma.
Team Enigma has the right idea here with the way that they're playing things out and the dives with their composition. But the fact that they didn't wait for Hyde's flash to be up before committing so deeply, Vi using her ulti to try and get in close, but she hasn't been able to get a successful dive so far. They've committed so many resources, but like every time she went in, the flashes were available, the dashes were available. We could see like back when Exosun was being chased down, he just got so far back and Vi was really out of position despite being able to survive, and leaving Aaron alone. That's going to be a catch. Crystal Arrow far enough for a long enough stun. That's going to be a lot of engages. You're going to use the ulti to prolong his life, but that's not going to be enough, and that's going to be a tier 2, but immediate clear out there from the Mega Inferno Bomb there on Viper, using it to absolute perfection and stopping that push. And now the Rift Out's going to be available for them to get a tier 1 turret down in mid lane. They won't be able to converge on this because that Rift Out is going to get the tower no matter what.
She loses her life, so Team Nigma, they can't do that final point.
Oh, expecting that Crystal Arrow had the dash available, ready for that, using Grand Chance to get away. But they've already used their movement skills. Going to be opening things up with the Vi ulti to try and get in there. Here comes the Demacian Justice. A lot of skills coming out, but Mega Inferno Bomb, so many more AoEs. Meteor and Chan here, but it looks like Nigma Gansu is on the back foot here despite starting up the team fight, but so much more gold on the RRQ side. And it's going to be Demon Kai taken out as well. He's going to be so far away. Oh, and it's going to be pretty much a wipeout there.
I think it was a triple kill by Zed Jana. The death mark on point combined with, if I'm not mistaken, that is a 2-time meteor enchant by Team RRQ yet again. And for Team RRQ, I think I understand why they pursuing more aggressively on the game number 2. They don't want Team Nigma to actually capitalize on the early game, and this is how they did. Putting on Zed is a good match, especially they wanted to take on Ashe. And look at Ashe. Without Demon Kai, it's really hard for Nigma to actually pop out a stun. Galio, we have seen actually power his ultimate, but it was not enough to stun up Team RQ. RQ flash away, and Infernal is in play.
Oh my god, the Black Shield, the timing is impeccable, and RQ is going to go back in there for another fight. Meteor and Chance coming down like storms here. They're not going to have enough to deal with it, but Aaron's going to get taken out. But Helios dangerously goes and gets taken out as well. Hyde and Zat Chaz. Wait, the turnaround. Is Nigma going to pull this around? Stope to keep him alive just a little bit. Is Demon Guy going to fight that out? And what's happening?
Ace! It's an ace and also a dragon for Team Nigma. Well played, especially because of Galio coming in, and the damage towards Guan just now. Mid lane, it might be a tier 2 turret for Team RRQ, probably a tier 3 if they want to. They can't because of Zed coming in.
That's what the Crystal Arrow is for. No, that's just going to be keeping away. Not too deep in when the rest of your members. Chaz already used his Black Shield there, and he didn't have it available for the fight. He didn't have it available to keep his one of his members like CC free. You know?
Yeah, probably the Black Shield was too early. I think it was too early for Morgana. They found someone. So that Rakan can't do anything. It's a 1v3. It's a brawl fight by Team Nigma. Losing Rakan means it's much more easier for Team Nigma to take on another hit of Fiora. It's a little bit trouble. It looks like Team Galio is coming in the back. Sadly, I don't think they actually want. Oh, they probably want. Okay, 4v1. 4v1.
Dive, knowing that everything has been used up. The rest of their members potentially not around. The ward's not spawning them up. They do have one in River, so they know that some of them have moved up towards the Baron to try and get some vision. Maybe some minion controls using that to potentially threaten the dive, not necessarily getting it, but getting a tier 2 tower, which is really good all the same. Now, opening things up for them if they ever want to go for a Baron or potentially push for a tier 2 Baron lane turret.
Yeah, for Team RRQ, they have to be a little bit more careful. They can't get caught in a 1v1 fight or even 1v3. What are Team RRQ doing? They are on a silver platter. They actually got the providing the defensive side towards the RRQ. Right now, if Rakan actually move towards the front line of Team Nigma, it's hard to actually Team RRQ because there's no one else to actually for Team RRQ to put on the front line.
Renekton would have been a great choice actually. Disruption, here comes the Crystal Arrow, but the Black Shield is there. Gonna be blocking up Chaz, having the timing, knows when the Crystal Arrow is available for. That gonna be Demon Kite finding the key member. And now that's gonna be Nigma on the back foot. They don't have any good damage emos and key members. And it's gonna be available. Stasis is gonna keep him alive for a little bit longer, but nope, that's not enough. Chaz really low, but that's going to be a free dragon for them, potentially a good push towards middle tier 2 and dragon tier 2 right now, because they already took out Chami and Demon Kite, and Justy is not going to be enough damage for all of them. Maybe Aaron is also not going to be enough damage for all of them, even though it's painful for me to say as an Aaron.
Yeah, I think this is why they look out at Zed, cut out over to RRQ, and also look at how the Baron is going to start up. Oh, but the damage by the Mesa Justice! Galo coming in the back, but they stop on towards the Baron. The Mega Inferno Bomb. With Crystal Arrow at the moment, not enough! off. Gotta be taken out. And it's a killer's for Team RRQ. I don't think they even need a veteran right now.
That was slightly uncoordinated there. Just slight few seconds off for all the attacks that were coming in. The Grand Entrance supposed to be saving lives, but coming in to just become another snack for RRQ to feast on the Crystal Arrow with the right idea, but the time...
RRQ, but IQ isn't being baiting out.
I like that though. Keeping the black shield on Exorcin. Oh, wait to see they're engaged. Gonna be taking out so much damage. Justy is barely alive right now. The GA is gonna be procced here to keep him alive, but he's a sitting duck now in between. All of them gonna use his ultimate to try and keep things equalized and go into the backline, but nope, that's RRQ ready to clean up the rest like a janitor. Demacia Justice to try and get a kill, at least to keep them out of the fight. Here's the zone. Here comes Gwen with the true damage. So much here on the zone. Wow, look at that damage. Proc up here. Gonna be the stasis to keep things interesting. Oh no! The taunt wasn't enough, and they survived by the skin of their teeth with an ace, and that's going to be free tier 2 turrets for RRQ, but not without casualties. They don't have enough HP to push things too far, but they are going to be able to get a tier 2 and an inhibitor turret for their troubles, potentially pushing all the way up into Nexus.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the game. There's no one else to actually got 15 minutes for Team Nima, and it's a win for Team RRQ yet again towards the